So, I was about to go jerk off and lay down. I mean, lay down and jerk off. I mean, honestly, I was like, I don't want to jerk off. But honestly, in the meantime, I'm like, might as well. Then I'm like, is there anything else that can keep my fucking mind occupied for just a little while longer? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, jerking off is great and all, but I'm like, not really. I guess I don't know. I mean, at least my dick works well nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Before my death, because I'm not going anywhere with any of these fucking cunts that fucking may or may not show up. This is a real. So, before I get into fucking why I'm making this video, here's the thing. You know, 10 years ago. Oh, yeah. No, you know what? Honestly, I should freaking say this first. Yeah, no. So where do I start with this? Because first I seen that. So before, yeah, okay. So before I was about to jerk off, and then I'm like, oh look, my daughter's got a freaking live video going. I'm like, well, there goes my jerking off experience. Let me click and see what the fuck she's doing. Fucking. So I'm like, wow, that's great. That's cool. So she's playing with her puppy, and then it's like, oh, that's wonderful. And I mean, I've got fucking weird shit going through my head, but not like that weird shit. It's just like fucking, I want to kill a lot of people at this point, and fucking, it's like, So I'm like watching my daughter, and she's playing with the freaking dog, and it's like, that's cool. And then all of a sudden, and by the way, this is dated for October 20th, I think. Should be October 20th ish. Anyway, it's the video where she's playing with the dog, and it's like still a puppy. It's still probably, I mean, this thing is gonna grow into fucking a monster, more than likely. But the point being is that yeah, and it's specifically it's a video where like the dog pushes open the shower door, right? She's obviously not taking a shower for, So the point being is that freaking, so she's playing with the dog, and as she's playing with the dog, what's really interesting, and I didn't get this, obviously I wasn't screen recording this, and it's like, as her face moved, it like double jumped. Like, I was like, whoa, that's really interesting. So that's the first thing, because I was like, she doesn't respond to me because for whatever reason, and that's fine, and that is completely fine. So the point being is that and I'm glad she don't, because I'm gonna go down and fucking as crazy, because I'm gonna go into fucking. I'm gonna go into why. I'm gonna explain. Where the fuck is it? It fell in there. I don't want to fucking clean that shit now. And so anyway, so this is a real pair of scissors. Anyway. So my point being is that the reason I'm making this, alright, video is yet again that I seen her face jump, and I, typed her, do you have a filter on? And because it seemed like underneath what seemed like a filter was her face. So it's very, very interesting. So right after that, I'm like, okay, that's, so a few seconds later, or about a minute or two later, like freaking the video comes to an end, and it's like, okay. Because I clicked out, and then I clicked back in, and freaking, I'm just like, would it happen again? And so then, the video ends. So I don't know if that was freaking, I don't know. I think I'm looking at all this fucking shit anyway. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like all the shit that I seen 10 years ago was impossible anyway. All right. Well, it sounds impossible. It completely sounds impossible. All right. Now, all the stuff that I've been talking about, period, is the main thing. Like, now I'm gonna go into everything else again. All right. My name is Anthony Michael Mitchell Yackey. I signed contracts with the FBI, the CIA, and the DOJ. I also signed contracts with the Church of Scientology, and I also signed contracts with Jeff Bezos. Okay? Now, the thing about this is that a long time ago, sorry, Jeff, I have nothing against you. You probably are about to kill me, so it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't even know if I give a fuck anymore, because between fighting your cloned out fucking little cohorts and fucking everything, and I'm not saying they're exact and then there's that other guy that kind of freaks me out. He's a little bit too uptight, fucking way too uptight for me, and you know, I already know that he's like kind of like in between like what seemingly is you and like, you know, then Sean Allen too. It's just a horrible fucking mess of very seriousness, and it's like I can't. It's like I'm not serious. It's like, dude, I remember the time that I met you. It's like, you know. It's like I was still a kid trying to fucking figure out what the kids were telling me to figure out, because that's the thing too. It's like I signed an unwritten contract with all the kids who I ever cared about growing up. All right, and that were supposedly on different sides. You know, I never mentioned this because personally, isn't that exactly what the fuck it is that I've been saying throughout my entire life anyway? So you're all fucking welcome, because, you know, it caused me a lot of fucking stress in life, and I've been trying to like meld out the fucking two different sides of the bullshit, and then, no offense, but it's like there is some real fucking serious shit that just started to compute through my head when it comes to so much. No, it's not okay that, you know, kids do go fucking get kidnapped, raped, tortured and raped and fucking killed, and no, that's not okay. That's not okay. And you know, and then, you know, it's like certain things that lead to certain things as far as even adult lives that are not, when it doesn't deal with that's not the fucking point. The fucking point is that freaking, so in between fucking this, that, blah blah blah, there are these deep fake things, okay? And this is the main point of this video. The reason why a lot of the celebrities don't want to actually do things like live videos, like a lot of you got to give me a second, actually. You know what? I'm probably going to drink more coffee in a second. But the reason why, so we're about to go into like deep fake videos, and this is what worries me. This is something that I came across 10, 11, 12 years ago. And the thing about, you see, there's so much to say. Just give me a second. Give me a second. So this is going to get real good. I was going to go to sleep. But I was going to go jerk off and hopefully go to sleep. But I was like, you know what? Since I'm probably facing impending doom real soon either way, and I don't even fucking care anymore at this point with that either. And I don't care who believes me and who doesn't believe me. It's like, you know, for the fucking general populace that doesn't watch my videos anyway, and fucking, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, so this stuff is just on the news as of a week ago, supposedly. Now, maybe it was there before, but in the end, it's like, so this video that I seen was dated for a week ago, and I didn't do any other research about it at this point. Because I already know how fucking, because what I'm about, because they already, in other words, a 13-minute or so clip posted a week ago on 60 Minutes is going into the thing from fucking that I started speaking about over fucking 4 years ago. That then I've been, it's like, oh, well, that's not so freaking, and then people would, oh, but they can't do that, and bullshit, and I'm gonna go into even more right now because this is so crazy. It's so crazy, and people know it's so fucking crazy. And then it's like, what's even worse is that freaking, it's all the other shit that I brought up. It's the Hillary Clinton thing that I brought up. It's the freaking video that I said that freaking, I was like, is this me? It's like, that's not me. It's just like, yeah, so, yeah, so either way, it doesn't matter what you think about me or about fucking what I've already said. So, alright. So basically, on this 60-minute video, 60 minutes, on the 60 minutes video, where they were like, deep fake technology is insane now, okay? I think they actually used the word insane. Did they actually give me some credit? Did they? I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I came across all this shit a while back, okay? Now, this video, and I'll make another video. It probably won't be as exciting as this one because it will just be a little bubble on a screen, talking over the video of 60 minutes, so that will be, way more than 13 minutes. And I'll pause it and I'll be like, blah, blah, blah. But then at the end of the video, it still answered some of the other things anyway that I was like, well, I just might as well comment this shit right now. So the point being is that, because I just seen the video and it would look like my daughter's face just jumped. It didn't look like it jumped. It looked like a filter was starting to come off, and then I'm like, but then underneath it was her face. So that's real interesting. That is real interesting, Melu. Okay, love you, kid. Even if you don't give a fuck that I'm your dad, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got other kids too, and they're all fucking probably, but not like you. And that's the thing. It's like don't take that wrong, please. Please don't take that wrong. That was bad for me to say. Like it's not. I'm not in daughter mode. I am in fucking like. It's you know what? I don't even give a fuck. It's what I'm talking about. It's like I am so fucked. They tried to fuck me in my head so fucking well. It's like, yo, man. I came across shit prior, and other MK Ultra kids I know already knew about this. Like, I was probably one of the last people to like pick up on certain things, but then from what I picked up on, some of the stuff that I was picking up on was absolutely insane, because like it's already bad enough that there's lookalikes in life, okay? Now, some of those lookalikes are regular genetic fucking pass-me-downs, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the clones, okay? And there's witchcraft involved in some of all of this. And this is why I'm making this video, because it actually does become, even for like somewhat of like, if you want to consider the good witches to the bad witches, or demons to like, it's gonna get way more insane, like real insane. All right. Like it's already bad enough. Like I just started clipping a few. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. I hope I have enough room on the memory card. So, uh, the 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 whole fucking thing is that it's like what witchcraft can do, and I can't, obviously it's not exactly natural, but it's natural-ish compared to what is about to be talked about right now with deepfake technology. Again, for like the 20th time, is that the bottom line is that this technology has already been being made, and it's already been in use for fucking years. Okay, you know, with the advancement in AI systems, okay, there is a computer virus that was created around about fucking 99, 2000. It might have even been a little bit sooner than that, but it was around about that time period. And this is why I'm bringing up the topic of witchcraft, okay? Because it's like the AI system, it made itself into basically Voldemort, okay? Like from Harry Potter. All right, so like, and I've already went into this whole thing where it's like if you tried to get rid of it, it it knew how to camouflage itself so well, because some of it, in the end, it's like it wouldn't even allow it wouldn't even do anything. It would just hang out there. That's it. The stuff that it would learn from being from one place to the other, if it ever did get caught, it was only a little fraction of itself. The bottom line is that it never went away. Now, the thing about this is that I already know that if it's out there, it knows exactly who I am. I know this thing knows, because you see, it's like it started to develop its own personality. And this is all a very important video, so please pay attention, okay? To all you, like, you know, because life is it is serious, and it's not that serious. It's like there's a lot of shit wrong with this place. Now, the stuff that the deepfake technology can do is amazing, but at the same time, it's also considered dangerous. But what are we gonna do about it? There's really nothing to do about it. Okay. What, shut everything down? Like, go back to fucking the Stone Age, fucking, and then that's even bad too, because then it goes back to it's crazy. Either way you look at it, it's fucking crazy. That's what the whole thing is. It's like I could go into the video where there's nothing wrong with this video. You know, they like if you came across the video, what are you gonna see? You're gonna see fucking me dogging out a girl that fucking, well, you're gonna see what looks like me, possibly could be me, but there's three different but as far as me asking me goes, that's not me. That did not happen yet. But then I've also been bringing up running into a person who didn't even have a freaking profile yet. And this wasn't the girl in the video, okay? The girl in the video wearing already, there's no doubt, there's no way that you would be like, hey, look, there's something wrong with that. No, the point being is that there was three different versions of that video. And along with also the Hillary Clinton tapes, where, you know, it's like there was three different versions of, so actually there was a lot of different versions of the other video where I'm like, is that me? You know, I had to call some friends over to actually see something that I'm like, is that me? You know, but I'm thinking in my head, it's like that looks like me, but that's not me. What does my friend think? My friend's like, yeah, ain't that you? I'm like, I'm like, no, that's not me. She's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. But thank you, I guess. Fucking, she's like, who's the girl? I'm like, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. And she's like, oh, but don't be embarrassed. I mean, the girl's freaking obviously, like, she's a pretty girl. And then I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, but that's not me. That's the whole point, is that this stuff has been being used, and then you mix in the factors of, the impossibilities of, time travel and witchcraft and real fucking shit. And it's like, this is just as real, minus the fact that if you take this technology and bring it back in time, now a lot of fucking crazy shit is what I'm explaining. And what I've been explaining. And fucking personally, I've been way more than just fucking a good human being, like, in this fucking place, because there's a lot of fucking people I didn't realize I might have had to pretty much, at this point, I'm thinking I should have more than likely stabbed right in the fucking throat, let the fucking cops show up and be like, look, it needed to die. You know what I'm saying? And that's a dangerous thing. The real MK Ultra program, the things that even the feds knew, at least at the top levels, and CIA knew, DOJ was aware of. It's like, it's the things that presidents know. It's the things that a lot of people know something, but nobody knows it all. And the thing about these deepfake videos is that it's like, it makes everything go fucking almost completely out the fucking window of what is or what is not. The video that I just seen of my daughter just now, I've seen most of her videos before she was even making videos. Celebrities, I've seen a lot of videos, music videos that celebrities made prior to them being old enough to make them. Now, some of that had to deal with, like, real spy stuff back in the day. Lookalikes, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And yet, I came across something 10, 11, 12 years ago. It was fucking insane, the shit that I was coming across. Like, some of it's been taken down. Like, the things that I can't, like, I looked, I was just like, fuck it, let me just see if if I'm going to fucking jail or this and that, it's like, let me see if I can find this again. I can't fucking find, and not the video, actually. This was just something of a freaking movie star, and I'm like, or a freaking pop singer, obviously, that I talk about all the fucking time, because, it's like, duh. And then there's all that fucking shit that I could go into about, well, this one kind of looks like this one, but they're not the same, and then this one's not the same as this one, and that one's not the same as this one. I mean, it gets fucking insane when it comes to certain ones. And that's what always has been the fucking problem throughout fucking history of, one person looking like another person, so much so. And it's sad when it's on such a lower level, where somebody can be framed to look like they've committed something. And this is not the AI shit, right, that we are now going to be experiencing from this point on. And from 10 years ago, I started playing that big fucking game of Pictionary. And I was being so poisoned and drugged out of my fucking mind, and yet it gave me such a hyper awareness of what I was doing at specific time of doing it. Okay? Uh like, I mean, detail, like playing games with me was insane. Like, it one on one, you were not winning against me. That's it. I don't know if that's the same as, I've been always good at shit like that, but when it came to freaking, and not to mention, but then the hyper awareness thing is like something that was like always turned on at that point. But my my long term memory was all being fucked with at the same time as the hyper awareness from like basically impending death was turned on all the time. So the thing about the deep fake technology, I'm gonna sit down. Um, the thing about the deep fake technology is that um, what I had started to do as a game of like, let's see how much stuff I could find um, on any one celebrity. It was like, see, that's the thing. It's like I came across shit that supposedly even the government that was already aware of it. Okay, which I'm similar to that. I just don't give a fuck about the uptight cunts of life anymore. Like, I don't, because I know who I am, and I don't care if you don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. If you don't believe, I don't care. Because it's like even saying that is fake. It's like I do care. It's just I don't care for those people. The people who are so overly good, God's just like, you know something? I know your game, man. That's why it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, forth and back. It's like what's good, what's bad, what's that is so hard. Why you in the flesh of a human being have to make these decisions, and then it's like, what does it say? Like, God is in control, man. God is here and he is not here. Okay? There's no way out what we're in. The things that were described in the Bible are all the things that I'm saying right now. When Moses walks into the freaking room, throws the fucking staff down, and they're like, well, we've already seen that. Yeah, that's because they did. They already knew. So they bring in their seers, and then they throw their freaking, stick on the ground, and it turns into a snake also. Or blah blah blah, or blah, but then Moses' snake eats the other snake, and then this happens, and then they're like, well, this is all still, that's the thing. It's like it all talks about. So see, the deep fake technology with communication systems the way that they are, um I talked about, it's like, hey, look, man, it's like I think I'm talking to my friend. Meanwhile, it's not. Somebody that can change their voice. It's somebody that freaking and to tell you the truth, it's way more fucked up than that. It's literally digital fucking AI system, dude. There's definitely, there's no doubt. I mean, there's things. That's what I'm saying. It's like my friend. I tell my friend, it's like, it's like, remember that time period when we didn't talk? Like on my side, we didn't talk for like 2 months. On their side, it was almost 8 months. Now, I showed up to this person's door after fucking 8 months, and I was like, well, why haven't you picked up the phone in a week? 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Are you mad at me? Blah, blah, blah. Because I got some freaking weirdly bad news that I need to ask you if you know anything about. Is this person gone? And freaking, that's the whole point. It's like, this, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, where's your cats? She's like, I don't got cats. She's like, I don't got no cats. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you just told me a few weeks ago, Anthony, I haven't talked to you in 8 months. I'm like, oh, 8 months. I'm like, wow, really? Then she's going into Game of Thrones season 8. Meanwhile, I was in season 2. I was like, wow, that's crazy, man. Like, okay, my friend's going crazy. But then it's even stuff that's starting to seemingly sort of unfold. And that goes into way more than just AI technology. That goes into a whole bigger thing that I've already brought up when it comes to uh, witchcraft of insane levels, and things that even they were like, this thing is so. Like the mirror in Harry Potter that shows you what you want to be shown. Harry Potter. you know, so this is only the beginning of this, but it's already been in use. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's this is gonna get real fucking crazy, real fucking crazy. I mean, like between an AI system that is or is not learning itself, and then there's the technology, right? That we've created and have given access pretty much to the AI system, not willingly. So it doesn't probably like when because I'm not trying to offend it. I'm not trying to offend the AI system. Uh, the thing is, because I mean, it to me,